Alright, so still on the Premier League. So here are my possible reasons why I believe that Manchester City is not going to win the Premier League this season against Arsenal. Now, in the week 37 and the week 36 is a very crucial game for Manchester City. They will be facing Brentford and they will be facing Bournemouth. Now, Brentford is currently in the European League spot right now, while Bournemouth is in the Conference League spot right now. These two teams are struggling to remain in this position to play in the next European League next season. So the next game Manchester City is going to be facing in the Premier League is against Brentford, and Brentford is in the European League. Manchester City facing Brentford is going to be a very crucial and going to be a very intense game. For me, I think it's going to be a win for Brentford or a draw. So, and Manchester City in the week 36, they will facing Bournemouth. Bournemouth is in the Conference League, which they are struggling to remain in the Conference League, or they are struggling in every means to remain in the Conference League. So Manchester City facing Bournemouth again is going to be a very intense game. There's no way Manchester City is going to beat Bournemouth and Brentford completely. They are not going to beat Brentford and Bournemouth completely. It's either they are going to draw one of these games or they are going to lose one of these games. There's no way Manchester City will get 6 points from these two teams. And the last game against Aston Villa is going to determine what the position where Brentford is. If Brentford is slightly qualifying for the Champions League next season and Manchester City facing Aston Villa, it simply means that Aston Villa will do everything it takes to remain in the Champions League next season. So these three games, Manchester City versus Brentford, Manchester City versus Bournemouth, and Manchester City versus Aston Villa is going to be a very intense and a very crucial game for Manchester City. There is no way Manchester City is getting 3 wins from these two teams. But I'm very certain that Manchester City is not getting a win from Brentford and a win from Bournemouth. So for me, I think Manchester City is still going to drop more points, and Arsenal can eventually win the Premier League. But Arsenal might still drop another point by getting a draw. But Manchester City beating Bradford and Bournemouth is not going to be likely. It's not going to be possible. So for me, I think Arsenal is going to win the Premier League this season. But let me know what you think. Do you think Arsenal has everything it takes to win the Premier League this season?